So my buddy Warren and I were here in LA at the LA Auto Show, which apparently is a really big deal.
Fuck yeah.
Very fancy.
Yeah.
I saw some really fancy people there. So we are here with the Recall and Justice at Hyundai Kia Coalition. And as the name implies, we're kind of pissed about injustice.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of it happening in their supply chain. And so we were there to visit the leadership of Kia and Hyundai. I was at the Kia press conference. Warren was at the Hyundai press conference. The Kia press conference was first. So got there really early, sat on the front row. Turns out I was sitting next to a bunch of executives. And those were definitely like probably the richest people.
Are these events just open, by the way? Like, or did you have to get like credentials to get in?
They won't be anymore, probably.
Right. Yeah.
Fair enough.
You know, let's just not get into the weeds.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
You
all
know,
right. Yeah.
But, you know, so we were there and we were sitting on the front row, blending in. And
wearing a tuxedo and a monocle, of course.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Spats.
I really thought about it because I was like, how do rich people dress? I don't know. Like, I've never been around very many of them.
In LA, like you guys currently.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, we were blending in. And after all the executives did their spiel about how great the Kia cars are, and there's like partnerships with the NBA and Disney and the World Cup. And yeah, it was all a big deal. So they took their photos, and I walked briskly with intent towards the president and CEO of Kia North America, and we delivered a letter and asked that they negotiate with us, the community, and sign a community benefits agreement to address some of the injustices in their supply chain, which includes, you know, oppressive prison labor, documented uses of child labor in their supply chain, all kinds of safety issues. I mean, people have died working for them, literally. You know, environmental violations. Like, so regardless of like what you care about, they're probably doing something that's pissing you off.
Right. Yeah. It's always one interesting thing, especially when it comes to like legalization of cannabis, where people are like, why is it still illegal in red states? I'm like, the labor. They like having slaves.
That's it.
That's why. Right. If they make weed legal, they won't have any more slaves to work at the auto plants.
Yeah, mass incarceration is such a huge freaking problem in Alabama, and like that's part of what makes it so oppressive, because they are trying to escape the terrible freaking prisons in Alabama, which are like literally unconstitutional according to our own federal government.
I'd say there's a HBO documentary on the subject, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
The Alabama Solution.
The Alabama Solution, yes. And Warren, how did things go on the Hyundai end of things?
Well, they didn't know Adam was coming, but the situation with Adam tipped them off that there was probably going to be someone at Hyundai.
Yeah, we heard security calling for more security at Hyundai as they were escorting me and my brother out, my union brother who came with me, who delivered the letter.
Yes.
So we knew things were going to be a little more dicey by the time, you know, Warren's turn came.
I didn't know they were going to be dicey. I've done this before. I figured that they wouldn't be happy, but you know, I let them finish this, you know, multi-million-dollar, beautiful, amazing thing, and they had Mia Hamm and Tim Howard, right? Because they're supporting the 2026 World Cup.
Basketball players.
And
famous basketballers.
Yes, noted basketballers. And they had the trophies, the actual trophies from the 2026 World Cup that they're going to be using.
God, first Salt Bay and now these motherfuckers. They're just letting anybody hold that goddamn trophy now. Horned it out. FIFA. What a bunch of fucking dicks.
Yeah, FIFA for a price. And so as soon as I stood up, there was a guy. He grabbed me around my shirt and neck, and
you hadn't said anything at this point.
I was opening my mouth to say something, and all I hear is, "Oh no, you don't!
Get him!"
And then they spin me around, and I'm thinking, this is probably for them a nightmare. They should not be doing this. I'm a Hyundai customer, and they're assaulting me for standing up and saying, "Hey, could I please hand this letter to your leader here?
Can I hand you a piece of paper?"
At the end of barely even like, you know, it messed up anything for them.
At the end of the event too, it should be.
No, it's the very end of the event, and I'm sure I really wanted to be like, Mia, Tim, you guys are cool. You know, help
fuck you.
Yeah,
you guys are cool.
Didn't get a chance to do that, so I know Mia is probably one of your biggest fans of me. If you're listening, I'm sorry. I'm sure that was a scary situation, but regardless, the funny thing was, I tell people I'm like a 2008 Toyota Sienna. People just don't see me, right?
Yeah.
And I blended right back into the crowd, and I'm trying to get like removed at this point by talking about all of these things that are happening in their supply chain, and they didn't. I actually went back in later in the day, talked to contractors. I put a hat on, took my glasses off, and went back in. And so we were able to do that to get the word out on what's going on. It's recallinjustice.org, because it is a very serious matter, but at the same time, I'm sure one of the
ridiculous situation.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm smiling in one of the pictures when he grabbed me, because I mean, we're from Alabama, right? We don't mind a tussle.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it was a wild time.
Well, welcome to California, boys.
Yes.
I'm glad they made an impact for sure.
Well, yeah, obviously getting to talk personally with the Kia president and CEO and like the looks on their faces.
So fucking rad, man.
That was pretty priceless. Today we had a follow-up action where we actually marched, and we had these Korean drummers with us.
Cool.
In our march, and then we had a picket and a little bit of a program rally kind of situation, and drew a lot more attention to it and got more media press, and so that was just really good energy. I mean, we had like a really diverse crowd. It was just.
Who all have you guys got a chance to talk to as far as the media goes?
I talked to the Detroit Free Press.
I talked to KTLA
KTLA
and the Los Angeles Times.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we both talked to the LA
That's
Times
right.
yesterday. I forgot about that.
So we've got at least a little bit. The interesting thing was at the event that where I was manhandled, like the media, they seem scared of me. I would like, hey, do you want to know what's going on? And they're just literally turning their backs. Like, no, bro, I got a story to cover. I got a deadline, man. We don't give a shit about that.
Right. Well, and also I consider like the kind of media that's at the LA Auto Show.
I find that so weird where you're just like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way my brain is wired, but if I'm there watching a boring ass corporate event and some shit goes down, I'd be like,
that seems interesting,
this?
right?
Yeah, it seems interesting to me. Even
and the thing is, I think it goes back to that bit that Bill Burr did about punching the muffins in the park, right? Like people don't know how to react and the looks in their eyes. But I will say this: watching a multimillionaire die inside, realizing that their big event it could be disrupted. That's my new favorite.
And they might be sued for fucking up customers.
I mean, I again, it's not like I did anything but stand up.
Yeah. But I'll say the highlight of my week really has been the cool people I've met. That's always like the best thing about doing any of this like movement work. I think is you just meet people who like really believe in the cause, really want things to be better for everyday people, and that's pretty special. I mean,
for sure,
bringing people together around our common interests. I'm from Alabama, originally from Mississippi. This is very different. LA is very different.
A little different.
Just a bit.
It's my first time to California, but yeah, I've been really impressed by all the people I've met and worked with. That's been the highlight.
Dude, that's awesome.
And meeting great folks like y'all. Honestly,
hell yeah, man.
I've gotten some Southern style hospitality while I've been here.
For sure.
People are nice here. Southerners don't expect it, because I'm from Texas and I moved out here, and people will walk around in the morning. If you just pass some stranger on the street, they'll be like, "Good morning."
Oh, I raced a guy last night. Like,
yeah,
get to the crosswalk and he looks over at me. I'm passing him and he's like, "You want to race?" And I'm like, "Sure." So he won. But that was a lot of fun. I think I told Rivers there was a guy dancing on this little concrete thing, turning thing on the street, and he's like doing the stanky leg, and this fella rolls down his window as he's going by. He's like, "Hell yeah, get it, boy!" And it's been fun. I've been to California before, and all around the world, and it's I've beaten a lot of my preconceived notions, prejudices a long time ago. But I have to say, it's been a really great thing to, as he said, all the people we've met, the custodians who showed up from the local union to support the effort.
Right. Unite here. I think that was a Local 11.
Local 11.
But
shout out to Local 11.
Hell yeah.
That's awesome, man. Tell us about Valley Labor Report. I've been lucky enough to be a guest on the Valley Labor Report a couple of times. Got to be on from broadcasting from here during the mine strike in Tuscaloosa County about 2:00 in the morning our time, which was 4:00 in the morning y'all's time during Jacob's long 24-hour streams.
Yeah, we've done a couple of those live stream marathons that are pretty brutal.
I was supposed to be in during when Drew and DJ and Wes were like coming off stage,
right?
And so I logged on, and then Jacob kind of forgot about me, and then he texted me. It was like, "Oh, you can come back on now," and it was a bunch of clergy type people talking about how religion can, kind of be a uniting force and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, I was going to do some jokes about dicks, but all right, I guess I'll just sit here nicely and listen to these nice people.
Well, that's kind of a little bit about the Valley Labor Report.
Hey, no, it was,
you might get dick jokes.
Jacob, he got me back. He had me on for a whole episode last December, and got moved some tickets in Huntsville for me. So I very much support the Valley Labor Report. I think that's such a cool thing you guys do. But tell them about it.
Yeah. So I mean, we're Southern working class media. We're basically like a news and politics kind of show, but with a labor perspective. So we're not like a Democrat or Republican or anything like that. We are working class first, labor union first. We're labor union guys, me and Jacob Morrison, my co-hosts. And so, we talk about it as activists and organizers ourselves. We just do this on the side. We're not media professionals, but you were talking about your anniversary. We've been on the air for 5 years now, over 5 years.
Congrats, man.
Got started on one conservative radio station where Sean Hannity got his start.
Yep.
Yeah, Huntsville.
Alabama,
yeah.
which is kind of fun. We don't get as many hate calls as you would expect.
Wow.
It's kind of disappointing in a way.
It is fun to fight with people on the air.
And Jacob really loves to argue with folks.
Yes.
And so,
he does.
We talk about what's going on in the South, in particular with the Southern labor movement. We've talked to so many cool people, rank and file workers, organizers, labor leaders, politicians, historians, journalists. I mean, all kinds of amazing people I've met through the project. And we've grown from that one radio station to 5 across 3 states on YouTube, Facebook, podcast, all that stuff. Means TV as well.
Oh, shit. That's
We're on
so
Means
cool.
TV, which
Love
is
Means
a worker-owned media cooperative. Really excited to partner with them as well. You can use TVLR as your discount code and get 20% off.
Whoa.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
What a deal.
We just try to talk about what's going on from a working class perspective, and we just try to get that message out. I think it is not what people expect sometimes. We're too, particularly my co-host. He gets really animated. He is kind of like the angry white guy on the radio, ranting and raving about politics, right? Especially if you tune into a conservative station.
Yeah.
Right. It may disarm you at first, and then you realize like,
this ain't Michael Savage.
It's not, right? We're ranting about the bosses and the billionaires instead of, more marginalized communities that they typically want us mad at. And so we just try to, preach people power and coming together, highlight organizing, highlight wins. So that's what we do. And we've appreciated having you on the show.
Oh, yeah. Well, dude, you guys organizing that mine strike in Tuscaloosa County.
The Strike Fest.
Strike Fest.
Yeah, that was how I met Warren, actually, was through Strike Fest. We did this, 40-something hour live stream marathon paired with a in-person concert. Who all was there?
Okay, so
it was DJ Lewis, Drew Morgan doing comedy, and Lee Baines,
Wes Van Horn hosting. Yeah. So all friends of the show, all friends of mine, and then fucking Lee Baines III, who's one of the most coolest guys, just personally
Such
ever,
a good dude,
but also amazing songwriter, amazing musician. And then Mike Cooley from Drive By Truckers headlining the thing. So I was looking at this lineup, and I knew everybody personally except for Mike Cooley, and Mike Cooley is one of my favorite songwriters of all time. Like, I put him in the same pantheon as Dylan Prine. Pick your fucking person.
Beethoven.
Beethoven. Yeah, fuck.
You said of all time.
I mean, I would.
Amadeus, right?
Yeah. Just as far as lyrics go and everything else. But I was looking at that poster for Strike Fest, and I was like, Mike is the only person on this poster I don't know personally. I was like, I bet if I sent him an email and it's like, hey, you know everybody on here, I know everybody on here. So we were able to get an interview with Mike Cooley about the strike. And, I got to ask him about his first band that he had when he lived in Auburn, which is, I was like, I kind of teed him up for it. I was like, what about your first band? And Cooley just goes,
there is no law anywhere in any country that says horse pussy can't sell merch.
So, I have to thank you guys for giving me
in the air. Yeah,
give me a chance to talk to one of my heroes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, I had forgotten about that.
Yeah,
So,
man.
that's awesome.
Isn't it cool how solidarity can bring?
I'm telling you, it's
so
great.
many people together and like just connect people. And that's also been the highlight of that project. Is just all the cool people, such as Warren, such as y'all that I've met.
It was
that's
funny.
special.
I sent Cooley this long email being like, I know all these people. I support the cause. I think it's so cool. Blah, blah, blah. I sent him like 3 paragraphs, just, sucking his dick.
He said, okay.
Literally sent back, let's do it.
Hell yeah.
I was like, ah!
That's the thing. Like, it blows my mind. I can email almost anyone in the world and be like, hey, I have a show. You want to come on this show?
Yeah.
And like sometimes it works.
Sometimes it works.
Yeah.
So that's so cool. And Warren, of course, runs Cross, which is my go-to if anybody calls me and is upset about what's going on in the world on a national level. I always tell them, you can't do much about that, but I know a guy that you could probably help out over in Camp Hill, Alabama. Tell us about Cross.
Well, since the last time we've spoken, we have grown. It started off in Camp Hill, Alabama, a little town that got a terrible hailstorm, far worse than I even thought they could hit a town. And sadly, of course, the mass shooting that happened after that. So organization was born out of a moral imperative. There were few resources. The nonprofits that we had hoped would step up did not get a FEMA declaration. And so 2 years and 8 months
We should say during the Biden administration, by the way.
Absolutely. During the Biden administration.
And what percentage of cars were totaled during
90% of cars. And I'm not talking about just breaking glass. It went through sunroofs and broke shifters. It went through the walls of modular homes. It destroyed decks.
This is orange-sized hail.
I mean, it was baseball to softball with some of them even bigger than that. Through metal roofs. And so you're talking about a town of 1,000, more than half below the poverty line. And then, you don't have any resources in town, right?
Yeah.
So essentially, it was something we really had to do. I mean, didn't have a choice. So just this week, we repaired the last roof.
Fuck yeah, man.
So we've stuck with it, and we've gotten some funding coming from the Southern Workers Opportunity to develop the workforce development, really a training center for formerly incarcerated workers, some of the young folks around there. So we took this disaster and we took on other issues like heir property, which is if you don't have a clear title to your land, you pay taxes, but it belongs to your parent or grandparent still in their name. Which makes you vulnerable to developers taking your property. And so we started the first program, or partnered in the first program in Alabama doing that. So the thing is it was terrible. It really sucked for a long time. It's been folks like Rivers and all of the other folks who have been, shown us solidarity that have gotten us to this point. But 2026 is really when it's going to take off, and we're really excited.
That's so cool, man. Congratulations on that.
Buddy.
Yeah, and like I said, if you got any spare cash lying around and you want to help people directly,
it is going, acrossalabama.org/donate, hint, hint, wink, wink. Certainly could use the support, and it is for the people and by the people. It's a working class organization that has taken on a lot of issues that are affecting working folks in Alabama. So thanks. I'd love to talk about it, Rivers. So thank you. If you'd emailed me, I'd have said, absolutely, I'm going to do the show.
Hell yeah, man.